DeFi family, it's Lucas here, and I wanted to make a quick video to outline how these extinction pools work on DinoSwap. I know there's a lot of miscommunication and maybe some confusion on how this works, but it's fairly simple, but there's a lot of variables that you may or may not be able to account for. And that's just part of doing your own research. The way that these pools work is you would contribute Dino tokens and be receiving a proportion of the pool's tokens over the amount of time. So in this case, this pool is going to be providing rewards for a period of 3 months. And for a period of a month, your percentage of the pool might change. So we'll get into that in a second in an illustrative example. So first you kind of want to see, or just to kind of go over this, you can actually look at the pool's contract. So in this case, this pool has $240,000 almost worth of QuickSwap tokens that they're going to be distributing to each of the pool holders proportionally. So I think it's just easier to show you as an example here, and I just have this little quick sketch of a scenario that we can go through together. So why don't we do this? So right now, Dino price is about $2, and that's obviously subject to change. But for this example, I just wanted to make it easy. We're going to be investing $1,000 worth of Dino. So what that means is we're going to have 500 Dino tokens we're going to contribute to the pool. So right now in this pool, there's about 40,000 of Dino tokens that have been extinct, or in this case, burned. So when we add our $1,000 worth, which, assuming Dino price of $2 is 500 Dino tokens, there's now going to be 40,500 in this pool, right? So, what does that really mean? So right now there's 40,000 in the pool. Current QuickSwap price is $400, and there's 566 quick tokens that are going to be distributed to anybody that participates in the pool. So the value of those tokens is about $226,000, and for simplicity, there's about 3 months left, so about 90 days, so 12 weeks or so. So the way that this works is, you'll be receiving a reward proportional to your ownership. So if you contribute 500 tokens, and in the first week there's no new Dino tokens that have been burned, you're going to be receiving 1.2% of the daily reward. And that reward is getting paid out constantly every 2 seconds or so. So every block, you get that reward. So that's not really something that you have to worry about per se. But again, the amount of the reward, or the value of the reward, is clearly important, because you want to have a positive expected value, and you want to have that ROI as quickly as possible. No pun intended there. So if you look at it, the daily reward here is going to be $31 based on you having 500 Dino tokens staked in a pool of 40,500 Dinos. So 1.2% of the daily reward. So the way that we look at that is, there's $226,000 worth of quick rewards to be given away. And if we just do some quick math, we see that the daily reward is $2,500. Okay, so in the because these pools are open for, in this case, when we look at it, how long they're open for a month still. So after a month, they're not going to be, no one else is going to be able to contribute into this pool, no matter how hard you try. It's just the way that it's coded. And for the remaining period of time, that allocation is going to be set. But within that month, a lot can change. And it's not unreasonable to expect there to be 100,000 Dino tokens that get burned in this contract. If we reached 40,000 in a span of 3 or 4 weeks and 3 or 4 weeks now. In the next month, why shouldn't we hit 100,000 in burned Dino tokens? Especially as the token price starts to drop and the ROI starts to increase. So again, it's gonna be contributing to more individuals participating. Okay. So if we look at that, let's just say that the pool increases to 50,625. So let's just say the pool increases by 25% over the course of a week. Your rewards on a daily basis are going to drop proportionally as well, because now you have a smaller piece of the pool. You have a smaller piece of the daily rewards. The rewards given out every single day aren't going to change. The number of quick being distributed to the pool isn't going to change, but your ownership changes because now there are more individuals coming in and burning more Dino, which if you don't compound your Dino to keep that proportion the same, you're going to be earning less. And every day you're going to be earning less because there's more Dino that gets burned off every single day. So in this hypothetical scenario, in your first week, you've made back $200 worth of your initial investment. Great, 20% in a week, not bad, right? But as the amount of Dino tokens starts to increase, that gets burned, that reward starts to drop off, and honestly exponentially, because if we're implying that the pools keep increasing by 25% every single week. Then again, you want to make sure that you come out of it with a positive expected value. So in the second week, your daily reward would be about $25 worth or so. So you made $175 worth or so. First week, $215. Second week, $275. Not too bad. In your third week, again, more Dino gets burned off. There's now 60,000 hypothetical Dinos that were burned off in the quick pool. So again, your weekly reward goes down to $140. Now by week 4, let's just say the same thing happens. And by week 5, right before it's about to lock, there's a large amount of individuals coming in, and the pool increases to that $100,000 mark, or 100,000 Dino token mark that I was talking about earlier. So in that case, let's just say your first week you made 200, and you just sell them off, assuming quick stays the way it is, around $400, you would make $200. And second week, same thing, 174. Third week, now it starts to go down to 140. Fourth week, 111. And finally, in weeks 5 to 12, which is when the allocation is fixed and there's no more Dino that gets to be burned off, you're going to be earning $89 a week. And so that's going to be 8 weeks worth of that reward. And so what does that mean? So if we add up all of the rewards for the period, we get this hypothetical number that for your $1,000 worth of Dino that you invested into the quick pool today, your expected value is going to be $1,354 worth of quick. But again, this it all depends on how you feel quick swaps price will also do. Say that quick swap increases to $800 and you're holding that many quick tokens, your return goes up a lot because quick has doubled, and you also invested in a pool which has generated you a positive expected value. So $2,800. Say that quick drops to $200. Well, you just lost money because now the tokens that you hold, which are quick tokens, aren't worth as much. So again, multiple scenarios can happen within these pools, and there's a lot at play here. There's a lot of moving pieces because you don't really know how many Dinos are going to be burned next week or the week after or the week after that. So the proportion of your pool is subject to change dynamically. But then also, on the flip side, the token that you're receiving is volatile as well. So you want to choose the pool that you feel comfortable with. You want to have good upside to the potential reward token, especially if you're holding it for a longer duration of time and not just selling it as as the rewards come in. So yeah, this is just some quick analysis on how you should be thinking about these extinction pools, and maybe some scenarios as you do your research, to make sure that you come out with more than you started, which is always a good thing. So if you really like this and if you want me to share it with you, comment down below. I want this, and I'm more than happy to share with you this hypothetical template. So it works with every single pool depending on the inputs, which are price, the amount of tokens in the pool, and so forth. So, more than happy to help you guys make smart decisions with these extinction pools. And yeah, I mean, hopefully dino price doesn't decrease, so these pools don't get flooded with new dinos getting burned off. So, maybe dino goes to the moon. You never know. Take care, guys.